And welcome to another episode of the Football Smack Talk Show. I am your host, Ryan.
I'm Eric.
Welcome in, everybody. We have more playoff football to discuss as the Eagles defeated the Packers. What was it, 22-10?
Yeah.
Eric and I were both down there. It was a fantastic day, great game. Obviously, it wasn't as sexy as we all wanted it to be, but it's the playoffs. Who cares?
Right.
I know a lot of people apparently do, but we're going to talk about it. And then we're obviously going to talk a little bit about the Rams in this upcoming divisional round matchup at 3 o'clock at the Link. Again, Eric and I will be there. I cannot wait. I literally, this is the longest week ever.
Yeah.
And all I want to do is just get down to the tailgate at 8 a.m. What up there, Dives? What's going on? By the way, if none of y'all do another thing except for follow Party on Broad podcast, you've done enough for today. So please do yourself a favor. Will Ryan be wearing his Gainwell jersey? Yes. Yeah. Who knows? Maybe. Yeah, that's funny. You should mention that. I have, I would say only maybe about 10% of the jerseys that I've never actually worn out in like public.
I bet you I can name a couple.
I bet you could. Please don't. But one of them is actually, well, I shouldn't say that. I haven't worn it as a recent adult. I got a Freddie Mitchell jersey that was a little, let's just say it's very snug at this point.
Sure.
I had that going on when I was in my early 20s, about 20 years ago. So that one does no longer fits me, but I still hold on to that because obviously that's what I want for my 84
Sure.
playoff.
Just think my Brian Dawkins doesn't actually fit me.
Well, yeah, I framed my original Brian Dawkins. I went out and got another Brian Dawkins just so I could have a wearable one, but.
Nice.
Needless to say. And speaking of, we got to get down to Lenny's.
Yeah.
I've been missing my my speaker stand. That's been stuck.
Yeah, you're right.
Has been stuck in New Jersey for the past 4 months, maybe longer, 6 months at this point, maybe. Wasn't that right? It was like week 2, I think we went down there.
Yeah, it was week 2.
Yeah, I think I got to use it for one home playoff or one home game, and then we went there. I left it there, and obviously I haven't been back to Jersey since. So,
yeah, why would you?
So,
I'm just kidding, New Jersey.
But anyway, assuming Ryan's Cowboys podcast desk is on the other side of the basement. Dives, you say hurtful things, and
you were nice.
I know he has literally been in my basement. So
yeah, he knows there's no Cowboys things anywhere. Maybe the toilet paper.
I was telling him that seems to be the fun running joke on one of my other shows, and I'm like. I was like, I literally, like, how like I forget what it's called, like barn chic or something, where like as a decorative style, a lot of people use like stars.
Sure.
And what I refused to have a star in this house.
Yeah.
There's a single star in this house.
You know what? I don't think I have one either.
I will. There is actually a really nice little like outdoor something to put like outside. It's in the shape of a star, but it's eagles, and I won't get that. It's in the shape of a star. I will not. There are no stars in this house. There are no navy blue stars. I'll tell you that.
Oh God, no.
There's certainly.
Do
There's
you
not even
remember
any
that Phillies
cowboys.
had a couple of years ago? I want to
Yes,
say it was, yeah,
I had the star. I hated that
yeah,
hat. I get it, but like, I did not like it. Again, it's stars and stripes and yada yada.
sure.
But I hated that hat. I was not a big fan of that.
Anthony Gargano tried to get people to not buy anything Phillies as long as that hat was available.
I mean, listen, he had a great point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but
Of course,
anyway,
I responded with, "Why not just not buy that hat?" But
yeah, I mean, there are other Phillies things that they could
yeah,
purchase, but anyway, but yeah. And then and they were making fun of my nice curtains that,
those are
that,
nice curtains.
that my mom made for me.
Yeah, those
Um,
are nice.
I
His
forget.
mother made them.
Yeah, my mother made this. I forget the real reason why she made these.
I mean, it wasn't for the show.
Was it? Maybe was it for the like original show?
I was just saying, I thought you told me that that's why she had made them.
Maybe she did. Maybe that's why. And then I've just kind of put it down here and just kind of made this
Yeah.
into my like podcast studio again. And also my workout room, because right in front of me is my heavy bag and right behind me is my bench.
Oh, I thought you were going to say your mini fridge for your 12-ounce curls.
No, that's on the that's on
the other side.
Yeah, that's what's on the other side.
Okay.
The 75-inch TV right next to the mini fridge. But anyway, as we oft do, going off on a tangent on something that has nothing to do with it. But Eric, tell me if I'm wrong here. And
sure.
I've been saying this the last.
I won't be shy about it. Yeah.
That first play against Green Bay, we recover that fumble. You've been in a lot of games in the link. I've been in a lot of games in the link. It's been over 20 years. I said that I dared to think that may have snuck in to the top 10 of the loudest I think I've ever heard it in that link.
Yeah. You know what? Probably.
It's borderline.
Yeah.
Borderline.
Yeah.
Right?
Because, I mean, definitely.
It was rocking. I mean,
so if you think about other moments.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, yes, but I'm just saying, anytime that there is something going on in the beginning of a game like that, you're already hyped up. You're already jumping around. You're screaming. You're going. The kickoff is happening. Right? And the kickoff goes, and then all of a sudden, Oren Burks, bless his heart, because he's going to need it this week, comes up and absolutely hammers the returner, causing the
and it's funny
there.
because I was sitting in my seat just kind of half-heartedly after the play, just kind of half-heartedly, pointing our way, like, oh yeah, that's our football. And then all of a sudden I see other Eagles jumping up and down and doing that. I'm like, oh shoot, that is our ball.
Yeah, I at first I didn't think it was going to be ours, but then when they made us sit and wait for them to review it, I was like,
yeah,
these mother effing refs are not about
going to take this from us.
They exactly like they would have sucked the life out of that stadium right after it had come to a ferocious awakening. And I was not too happy.
Yeah, no, that'd have been bad. In fact, I dare say if that had happened, we would be sitting here. I might have a countdown going at the end of the show.
Yeah, exactly. Sadly, you might be right. But listen, Jalen Hurts wasn't great.
No.
Let's not sugarcoat it, whatever. But I think people are, again,
haven't played in 3 weeks.
God forbid. It's any time Jalen Hurts could have 100 games in a row, a perfect passer rating, 350 yards averages, no interceptions for 100 straight games.
Right.
win 3 MVPs, whatever, however many MVPs that adds up to, and multiple Super Bowls, but the instant
We'll still have his detractors.
the instant that man has a bad or an average game,
Yep.
man, they jump all over him. It's unbelievable. Like as if people are so dead set on proving their original thought on Jalen Hurts right, that they would almost rather see the team do bad so they could be proven right.
Yeah, I got to be honest. At first, I wasn't a big Jalen guy. Like, when he first came. Well, I tried to take a wait and see attitude.
Well, sure. I think we all were a little surprised when he got drafted. Sure. It was strange. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, sure. I get it. And yeah, you could have said, "Oh man, what was Howie smoking?" All right, you know what? It's possible to have not only a change in your opinion on something based upon more evidence, and it's also
based on the results.
And the results, and it's also okay to say you were incorrect, but not in Philadelphia, apparently.
Yeah,
because the majority, or at least the vocal minority, sure loves coming out of the woodwork, sure loves pushing this man down. And listen, I'm not even that much of a Jalen fan, but
but the reaction he's gotten has made you more of a Jalen fan.
It kind of does, honestly.
Yeah, because it makes you want to fight against. Because what's this guy got to do to get some respect?
Exactly. The dude just wants to win.
Like, I remember at one point there was a stat last year before the great collapse.
Right, yeah.
That Jalen had the best. He would have historically the best record following a loss, but he didn't qualify because he hadn't lost enough.
Right, exactly.
Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah. You go, whoa. I'm never wrong. and listen, that is fine. You don't want to admit you're wrong, that's okay. But people need to realize that your initial thought process, or your thought on
it's okay to course correct. It's okay.
Exactly. Like, listen, you know what?
Let's adjust.
Is he the next Tom Brady? No.
Well,
is he Patrick Mahomes? No.
He doesn't have to be.
Yeah, exactly. I don't necessarily want him to be that.
Right.
I just need him to be who he is. And that is somebody that constantly wants
to win. I want him to be the best version of himself.
And constantly works at wanting to win. And you know what? I'm sorry that he doesn't, come up with great, one-liners, or says what you want him to say in the
I don't care. He could sit up at the press conference and literally say nothing. Yeah. If he plays winning football, I'm cool with it.
Right, exactly. Hey, I was definitely wrong about Nolan Smith. I didn't think he was going to be this good. I thought he was a pass rush specialist, but now he looks like a 3-down edge rusher. Yeah, listen,
Agreed.
He is having, especially the last half of this season, he is having a supreme breakout.
I think it's safe to say the light switch has gone off for him.
Yeah, you gotta love it. But yeah, listen. We were on our show, Birds of the Round Table, which you can certainly find on the Eagles Pin Pull Network, which this show is on consistently.
Which you can find that on YouTube, which I watch the show on YouTube on my TV, which is fantastic.
There you go. Gotta love that. Yeah, we're having a little technical difficulties with Facebook.
Yeah.
Sorry for the Facebookers out there. We'll get back, I promise, for because again, it's not just our show. It's multiple.
Yeah, the whole network is having issues with it. Yeah.
So we promise we'll figure that out somehow. But anyway, listen, I just I don't know. I just don't get people. Like, again, we're all fans here, and yes,
sure.
I can be critical. I can call a spade, and yeah, Jalen wasn't great. Obviously, he was coming off of 3 weeks of not playing, and he was very rusty. Even though he started 6 for 6, they obviously planned those out,
Sure.
and he hadn't really the defense hadn't really adjusted yet, and that's what he was very rusty on. So, Dives again. Can't wait to add Bulldog Mikel Williams to the Birds next year. I would take him for sure. When does Facebook not have problems? Touche.
Yeah, that's fair.
Facebook kind of sucks sometimes. But anyway, you can definitely follow it on YouTube, on X. You can either follow it on my X, which is right up there, Philly Sports PSA, or on the Eagles Pin Pull Network X. So check that out. But anyway, and also if you're going to go in on X, please make sure that you click into it and then respond if you're going to want to put a comment on. Because if you just comment, you're just commenting on a Twitter post, not an actual inside. So we'll never be able to see it live. But anyway, that being said, I don't know. I get it. We're all fans, and we could all be critical, and that's okay.
Sure.
If you're maybe somebody that's a little bit more on the negative side, I get it. But there are certain people that I think just take it too far, and again, almost wish the Eagles would lose just to support
just to prove themselves right.
To prove themselves right. Exactly. So we gotta be better. We gotta be better.
Yeah, that's just I'll never understand that mindset. Agreed. I'd rather be wrong and have the team be successful than me be right. And
speaking of, I theoretically, I was kind of walked into a bet last night that if Kenny Gainwell wins the Super Bowl MVP,
okay,
I will get a big ass Kenny Gainwell tattoo on my back somewhere. Could be a tramp stamp, could be like a faux jersey where I would have Gainwell across the back and then his number in the middle, and right. And I'll always wear that Kenny Gainwell jersey for the rest of my life.
You know what? So, I'm not leaving anybody behind. I'm with you. I'll do the same.
Hey, thank you, pal. I appreciate that, man. See, that's what a true co-host does. None of the other co-hosts jumped on it. I'll tell you that.
Look, man, because that means we win the Super Bowl.
Right, that's what I said. I was like, you know what?
Sign me up. If that has to happen,
right, that's what I said. I was like, you know what? After off air, and I was like, listen, like, if that's the worst that comes out of this, that means we won a Super Bowl. Like,
right?
Who cares? Like, let's effing go,
dude. That happens.
Super Bowl I'll do it the night of. And I will do it down on Broad Street.
We'll go right out. We'll leave the old man's house and we'll go straight over and we'll get our tattoos done.
Absolutely. Yep. So, but anyway, speaking of not so great fans, obviously you've heard of the fan yelling at the Packers fan, calling her a dumb, ugly, see you next Tuesday. I don't know if you've been following this.
I've been trying to stay away from it, but I have heard about it. Yeah.
This thing has legs.
Oh boy.
This thing has legs because
he lost his job.
He did. And listen, I will first and foremost state what he did was unacceptable as an Eagles fan. But there is another side to this.
Okay.
The two Packer fans were apparently they were given or they started a GoFundMe.
Oh God!
So, but before the game, as their goal was to go in to the Lions' den, so to speak, and stir up the pot.
Ow! So they egged this.
And they were egg up. And according again, I have no way of verifying any of this, but. According
still
to
shame on that guy from taking the bait, but
right, agreed. But according to multiple people, they were apparently being very rude and crass and being very much in this dude's face, trying to garner a response.
Yeah.
So, and again, he needed to be smart enough to realize that, hey, I'm not touching it. Well, first of all, like, what kind of person just calls any random other person, especially a female, "I'll see you next Tuesday," like right to their face? Like, listen, I get it. I love my Eagles, but when I am jousting with another fan, it's usually with love. It's usually with
it's like
respect.
just friendly
And,
banter,
hey,
like the way you bust
I
each other's chops to a friend.
exactly, and I respect the hell out of you for coming in here
Sure.
and taking it, also giving it, but taking it respectfully. Respectfully. I don't, when you're out of pocket like that, absolutely not. You can get the hell out. But as Eagles fans, we need to be smarter than that. And listen, the dude lost his I don't know if he was a season ticket holder, but he lost the right to come to any game ever. I think there needs to be a little bit more research into what happened, because apparently the Eagles sent them these Packer fans like a bunch of Packer gears, Packer stuff.
Hopefully, they send them to the golf courses too.
Well, hopefully, if this was the case, hopefully they stop shipment on that stuff, because, obviously, I don't know if there's ever going to be a way to verify, but apparently this video that came out was very edited and only showed, dude being.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure. Well, look, the media is always going to want to.
1,000%. You know me. The media is the worst.
They live for this kind of crap.
Absolutely. And it's like, listen, I understand that I am outside of the media. I would love to be a part of media one day. And I do understand that a lot of people probably feel that way going into it. And based on your boss and whatnot, I'm sure from the top down to all of the radio jockeys in the town and all of the newspaper guys and all of the bloggers and whatnot, they're all told to, hey, push the stuff that's going to get people talking. That's going to get people talking. So that's why you have 94.1 going, should Jalen be benched for Kenny Pickett or whatever? You know what I mean? Like, whatever. There's, whatever.
Yeah. I don't even listen to him anymore.
Yeah.
Either of them.
It's like a hot chick wearing revealing clothing at the gym and recording others just so they can get in trouble. Ridiculous. Yeah, there's actually
that's why I don't go to the gym.
Oh wow, that might be the quote of the day.
I was waiting to say that as soon as I saw that that line come up in our comment.
There's actually a guy, I forgot his first name, but Joey Swole or something. I don't know. Basically, he's a super gym bro. But what he does is he has this channel, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, whatever, where he'll respond to certain videos and be like, dude, you gotta be better. Like you can't be doing that. And he does for women to men, it doesn't matter. So he basically tries to kind of correct this mindset of like filming of the gym and then being pissed at people when they walk through your line. Like, hey, listen, you want to film at the gym, realize that people don't have to adhere.
Other people are there. Yeah.
Right. Other people are there. But anyway, I'm not sure how we got that, anyway. Definitely need to watch the Super Bowl together this year. Well, we're here. You're there. So
that means you come out here. Yeah.
Right. And then we're closer to Philly, and then we'll go right down to Philly and party.
Absolutely.
Like I did the last time they won.
Yeah. Yeah, I did not. I know.
Weak sauce. Anyway.
Hey, look, I got to hang out and smoke cigars with my dad. That was pretty cool.
That's true. That is true. I mean, I get it.
Yeah. Although I won't get to do that this time, so that means I get to go out, right?
I would hope so. But anyway, let's get to the Rams since we're so out of pocket on this episode.
We really are. We're all over the place tonight.
Yeah, listen, for anybody who's witnessed Eric and I at any of our shows over the what are we at now? Almost 15 years?
Yeah.
No, almost 14 years?
15. No, 16. I think.
16. Yeah, we're coming.
Yeah.
This March is coming up 16.
Hey, is it safe to say that we might be the longest running podcast?
We are the longest running duo in Philadelphia sports podcast history. Absolutely. Bar none. There's
I
no
feel
question.
like that should be our tagline. Yes.
It probably should be. We have had a few different versions. Like this is our second show. We used to be the Philly Mick and Hump, which we talked about all sports, but then we were like, you know what, we want to. We talk about 90% Eagles anyway.
Yeah, it was like this episode would have still been all of this. Like it would have just been. Yeah, we would not have discussed the Flyers or Sixers at all.
Right, but way back in early, was it March?
March of 09.
Yeah, something like that. Early, the first half of March in 2009. All those awful, shows that we did. And we're still pretty terrible, but we're just, better at hiding the terrible, I guess. Well, maybe not that. Maybe not.
Yeah, we're not that much better at hiding the terrible.
But anyway, yes, I guarantee you, had we kept, we could have just said the longest running show, because I guarantee you there wasn't, because we were before. You name a big show that's right now, we were absolutely before it.
Yeah.
But again, I'd have to check when we switched over. There might have been, like, I think 4th and John was already established when we did our switch. But anyway.
Right. What was that, May of 18 that we did ours? That we did the switch?
No idea. The JRE of Philly Sports Podcast. Eric, help me out.
I don't know.
No, I thought that was like a wrestling thing.
No, I don't. We're not the OTC, the original Tribal Chiefs.
Oh, wow. Jesus God. Am I that old that I don't know what JRE? Oh, Joe Rogan. When did Joe Rogan first episode date? When was that? December of 09. Take that, Rogan! Woo! Bam!
Suck it, Rogan.
Yeah. He started his podcast because of us.
Damn right.
Damn right. All right. Now that we got
I love when we make you break character like this. I love it.
We are just so goddamn ridiculous. You know what? And that's why I appreciate the people who watch our show and listen to our show again. Anywhere where you find podcasts, Spotify, Apple, throw the 5-star review in spite of our show for the Eagles Pinball Network.
But I have so many people now. I mention it to contractors at work all the time, and they're always coming in and telling me how, like, they'll put on episods during while they're working, and they just crack the hell up.
Dude, it's just one after the. Honestly, I think it was. It might have been last night's episode. There was. I swear to God, I spent half the episode just laughing my ass off. And 90% of it is because of the people in the comment section.
Right.
They are truly what make us keep running. So, but anyway, God, we have plans. Yes, we have plans every episode. And even when we catch ourselves and try to get back to said plans, we have just known each other for too long, and then we just have this second language of like talking. It just there's no getting around it. But the Rams or Vikings? Which one did you want? Which one did you want? Rams or Vikings?
The Vikings.
Really?
Okay. My thought process was that eventually Sam Darnold would remember, oh crap, I'm Sam Darnold.
Okay,
And
understandable. What's your thought on now? I have some very, very controversial
okay,
takes on the Rams.
okay.
So, but what's your thought on Matthew Stafford?
He's your favorite NFL analyst's favorite quarterback. He is like, look, the guy's seen every defense out there. I think he's fantastic. I think he's a great quarterback.
Because he's 53 years old.
That means he's experienced.
He's old as hell. He can't run.
Well,
He,
what is the fascination with the running quarterback? I don't understand it.
listen. It's not even necessarily about running. It's about being mobile within the confines of the pocket.
Apparently, he's able to throw the ball while looking at the ground. Which
Okay. Listen, all I'm saying is that I think,
and it wasn't grounding, which blows my damn mind.
I feel like he gets a little overhyped.
Yeah, I mean he does get a little overhyped. I think look, he's a very good quarterback. He's
a very fine quarterback, but people are like, oh, he's a guaranteed Hall of Famer. I'm like, what? Why? How? Because he's played for 70 years? Like, does that automatically make you, a Hall of Famer because you just happen to survive longer? Like, I'm sorry, you had one of the best wide receivers in the history of this game in Calvin Johnson, who was an absolute cheat code.
Yeah.
And you did shit with him.
Okay. Can you name another player on that team?
Yeah, I absolutely can.
Okay.
Oh, you want me to name one now?
See, this is the invitation. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wasn't Darius Slay on that squad?
Was he? Did
Was
he
Javid
I don't know that
Best?
Slay did
I'm pretty sure Javid Best was on that team.
Look, I'll give you Megatron was incredible.
What about Nate Burleson?
Oh, okay, now you're just naming names. Yes,
No, I'm not.
Yes, Nate Burleson.
When did
Googling the Detroit Lions?
No, I'm doing it now, but Stafford, Detroit years. All right. Oh God, he's so old. He played 12 years.
He's so old.
He's just look at him. He's just so old. Okay. I just want to. I think I killed the Mista lady.
When you look at his picture, do you have to get a colonoscopy? I'm pretty sure you might.
I think so. Okay, so he was 2009 is when he started, and he played to 2020. We are absolutely going to run out of time just talking about how terrible Matthew Stafford is.
Okay, so then let's scrap the Matt Stafford discussion.
Okay, well, basically, I went on to say that Matt Stafford is a bum, and everybody in the chat was so scared. Oh God, Matthew Stafford!
I'm not scared.
The last 3 games that he started, he threw for like 180, 160, and 110. He has more interceptions than he does touchdowns, and he didn't manage to score more than like 18 points in those 3 games. So, like, listen, yeah, you know what? He had that Buffalo game where they scored 40 some odd points and they outdueled Buffalo.
Sure.
Cool. So 1 out of every 5 games, you're going to be okay.
I hope this isn't one of them. Yeah.
All right. So like that's dumb.
Well, and then the atmosphere down there is going to be ruckus. If you move him off his spot.
Also in cold weather games, Matthew Stafford has a losing record. It's going. They're saying now. I thought earlier in the week that I was seeing that it was going to be like low 40s. Like 41. That's perfectly fine because it was like low 30s by game time last week. hey, 10 degrees warmer. Sweet. But
Yeah,
now they're saying that this might be one of the top 5 coldest games in Philadelphia playoff history
ugh,
by the time that this game goes
ugh.
off. They're saying it should snow about a half an hour prior to the start of the game, and that we will be getting ourselves a snow playoff game, which, in hindsight, I'd rather it snow than it rain.
Sure.
Give me thick-ass snow rather than
You know what?
thick-ass rain.
This kind of makes me think this is going to be a Saquon Barkley.
Oh, boy! How about that? Our best freaking player. Okay. Fine by me.
That's what it kind of feels like to me. That this could be a Saquon Barkley legacy type performance.
Listen, the Saquon Eagle legacy starts right now. Oh, that was
Well, I mean, I think it kind of started
a while ago, but yeah.
last week. But
So
yeah,
he further supplants his spot on the mountain.
I think he's going to earn himself a banner in the Wall of Fame. Oh, Kyron Williams to fumble at least twice.
I'm okay with that. All right, listen, we are already past our time.
Yeah, we got to get out of here. I know.
We started late. We're ending late. We talked about the Eagles for about 3 seconds. Our apologies. We'll say it every week when we do it.
Let's just do final scores.
Okay, prediction. Go ahead. Give me your player of the game, your prediction, and give me one bold prediction of like a play or like somebody's going to get 200 yards, like something crazy. Go ahead.
Okay, Eagles 27, Rams 10. I think Saquon, like I just said, has a legacy game. I think Saquon goes for over $150 and a couple touchdowns. And I think Quinyon Mitchell gets his second career interception.
Oh, there we go. I
think Matt Stafford turns the ball over 3 times.
Oh shit! I can't tell you how much I will be so happy to come into the Birds of the Round Table on next Tuesday and talk shit to so many people that we're all Matt Stafford up. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go because I think that this even changed from last night. I forgot what I said last night, but I'm gonna go 24-13. With the Rams scoring a late BS. I agree that Stafford's going to have at least 2 turnovers. Saquon, I think Saquon gets 200 yards.
Yeah, I kind of thought when I was saying it that I might be being too conservative.
And I think Cooper DeJean gets his first.
Woo-hoo, let's go.
So there we go.
Hey, look, we can both be right on that because Quinyon Mitchell, we both predicted multiple turnovers. We get one from both rookies.
I would love it. Let's effing go, baby.
Sign me up.
So listen, folks, please make sure that you are following the Eagles Pinpull Network, whether it's Facebook, whether it's YouTube, Twitch, X. Make sure you're also following us right here, Philly Sports PSA. For all of our shows and, of course, all of the other shows on the Eagles Pinpull Network. There's a plethora of you see all the way up in the corner there. There's all the shows there. In fact, I might need to update that one because I think we're missing one too. The Kelly Green Hour is also as well. So please make sure that you're subscribing, you're following, you're sharing. We're trying to build this thing up. I think we have a really great team. We have a great group of hosts, a bunch of different shows, a little bit for everybody. Whether you're looking for more technical stuff, there's absolutely a show for you. Whether you're just kind of looking to, I don't know, get, weird vibes from, that's us. Or you're just looking to laugh while getting entertained. We do that a little bit too. So certainly stay tuned for this network. Post-game and halftime shows on this network. We unfortunately will be down at M5 So
I wouldn't
if
say
you're
unfortunately,
tailgating,
you just will be there.
no, I know, unfortunately. If you are tailgating, you are down in M5, certainly look for the Football Smack Talk show or the Philly Sports Alliance flag flying overhead. It's a big white flag along with an old Kelly Green flag. We're right by M5. We're usually parked right in front of the flag there. So come stop on by, grab a beer, grab some food, whatever we got going. Certainly is yours as well, and we can talk some birds and go in and whoop some ass, whoop some ram ass, and get those send those bitches back to the fires. Oh, is that too too much?
I was gonna ask you before we're on the air, man. I was gonna tell them we're gonna set that place on fire.
Son of a bitch. God,
seriously.
Sorry. Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Yeah.
yes. We hope everybody's safe.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. I'm not going to say anymore because I'll probably say something inappropriate. That's it for us.
That's my job.
Yeah, that's it for us. Anything to add before we get out of here, Eric?
No, sir.
All right. So for the Football Smack Talk show on the Eagles Pinpool Network, I'm your host, Ryan.
I'm Eric. Happy football, everybody. Go Birds!
Go Birds!